Vrask's clawed fist smashed into the vendor's chest. The scrawny Krull merchant flew back, crates of glowing power cells shattering across the market deck. Shards skittered toward Mara's boots. She didn't flinch. The vibroblade ignited with a high whine. Its edge hovered an inch from her toes, blue plasma flickering. Vrask loomed over her, his ridged face twisted in a snarl. Out of my lane, Softskin. This rack's mine now. Mara stepped forward. Her work boots crunched glass. She planted herself between the groaning vendor and the enforcer's blade. The crowd hushed, multi-limbed traders, hovering drones, all eyes on the human girl barely cresting 5 feet. Station charter, Clause 47, she said, voice steady as a docking clamp. Trial by combat. Sanction it or back off. Vrask barked a laugh. His blade dipped closer, nicking her boot leather. You fight me? I'd fillet you before your heart beats twice. The market erupted. Shouts in a dozen languages. A tentacled shopper shoved a rival. Fists flew. A drone sparked and dropped. Deputy Hesh Tovan pushed through, his armored exosuit humming. The security liaison's multifaceted eyes scanned the chaos. Enough! Noel, stand down! Vrask spun, blade raised. This human interferes. I claim blood right. Hesh hesitated. His mandibles clicked. Riots on the market decks cost millions in repairs. Clause 47 invokes the ring. No deaths, or you're all in lockdown. He tapped his wrist calm. Ring 3, open. Now, alarms blared. Hollow barriers retracted from a grated pit at deck's edge. The combat circle gleamed under floodlights, 50 feet across, walls etched with past victors' scars. Crowd surged forward. Eerie Ven, the merchant clerk, fumbled his holocam drone. It whirred to life, lenses locking on Mara. This'll go viral, he muttered, tentacles trembling. Vrask sheathed his blade with a sneer. Fine, I'll make it quick. He leaped into the ring, 400 pounds of muscle rippling under plated skin. Claws flexed. He cracked his knuckles, each the size of Mara's fist. Mara didn't rush. She knelt by her dockhand belt, pulled out tape strips, wrapped her knuckles tight. Left, right, double layer.
Flexed her fingers.
Solid. She checked her footing. Great texture bit into her soles.
Good grip. No slips.
Dropped into a crouch, bounced on toes. Heart steady, breaths even. This was just another shift hazard. First move's yours, big guy, she called up. Ladies first? Nah, you look eager. Vrask charged. The deck shook. He covered half the ring in 2 strides, claws slashing in a wide arc. Air whistled. Mara sidestepped. Human speed, pure reflex from hauling crates, double her weight. His claws gouged sparks from the grate. She countered, drove her right fist into his midsection. Compact power, all torque from legs and hips. Bone crunched under her knuckles.
Vrask staggered.
Gasps rippled from the crowd. What was that? Hesh muttered, zooming his visor. The enforcer roared. Swung again, faster this time. Mara ducked low. Blade out now. Plasma hummed past her ear, singeing hairs. She exploded upward. Uppercut to his jaw. Teeth cracked. Vrask's head snapped back. He recovered, fury blazing. Grabbed for her throat. Mara twisted free, elbow slamming his ribs. Crack. He wheezed. Lungs not built for that force. Impossible, Eerie whispered. His drone captured every frame, the human girl weaving like smoke, fists hammering like pistons. Vrask bellowed, leaped high, claws extended for a killing dive.
Mara rolled aside.
His weight cratered the grate. She pounced on his back, locked her arm around his thick neck. Squeezed. Human grip strength, evolved for climbing sheer hulls, wrenching frozen valves. His plates buckled. Vrask thrashed. Claws raked her arm, shallow cuts, blood welled. She held, tightened. His struggles slowed. Yield, she growled in his ear. He gurgled. Claws scraped uselessly. Vision blurred. Thud. Vrask slumped face first. Unconscious. Mara released. Stood. Breathed deep. Wiped blood on her pants. Cut stung, but nothing vital. The ring hollow flashed green. Victor Maracade. Crowd exploded. Cheers mixed with stunned hisses. Hesh stared, mandibles agape. She dropped him. Bare hands. Erie's drone beamed the feed station-wide. Views spiked. Thousands watching the tiny human dismantle a racketeer. Vrask stirred, coughed blood. Mercy, human. Mara offered a hand, pulled him up. Pay the vendor, and stay out of my lane. He nodded, dazed. Shuffled out. Hesh approached the ring edge. Kade, dockhand trainee. That was efficient. Standard procedure, Mara said, unwrapped her hands. Humans don't start fights, but we end them clean. Eerie rushed forward, drone still rolling. You're a legend. The footage, it's flipping the decks. No more Vrask rackets. Mara shrugged, picked up a fallen power cell, tossed it to the vendor. Back to work. But as she walked away, whispers followed. The station's underbelly shifted. Word spread. Underestimate the humans, or survive to regret it. Deputy Hesh watched her go, tapped his comm. Command, we need human liaisons. Yesterday. Vrask lunged. His vibroblade hummed through the air. A silver arc aimed to carve a scar across Mara's face. The crowd in the market deck ring sucked in a collective breath. Hollow barriers flickered, containing the spectacle. Mara stepped inside the swing. Her compact frame twisted low. The blade whistled over her head. She grabbed his wrist with both hands, twisted hard. Bones snapped like dry twig. Vrask bellowed. His arm went limp. The blade shook in his grip. Mara drove her shoulder into his chest. Scales crunched under the impact. She hooked his leg and dumped him flat on the deck. The ring shuddered. He thrashed. Claws raked at her arms. Mara pinned his blade hand to the metal floor. Her knee ground into his elbow. She wrenched the weapon free. It clattered away, sparking against the hollow edge. Bout called, Mara shouted. She held position, breath steady. Yield. The crowd froze mid-gasp. No one moved. Thousands of eyes, multifaceted, glowing, slit-locked on the tiny human straddling the hulking racketeer. Vrask gurgled. His free claw scraped her thigh, drawing blood. Mara tightened her grip. Yield or I break the other one. His struggles slowed. Vision blurred in his pain-glazed eyes. Claws went slack. Thud. He slumped face first, unconscious. Mara released him, stood up, breathed deep, wiped blood hairs on her cargo pants. Cuts stung across her forearms, but nothing vital hit. Adrenaline hummed in her veins like routine stim shift. The ring hollow flashed green. Victor, Mara, Kade. Crowd exploded. Cheers clashed with stunned hisses. Aliens surged against the barriers. Human! Human dropped him! Mara scanned the faces. Dock hands, merchants, low-deck scavengers, all packed into the market ring for Vrask's justice. The enforcer had cornered her over a disputed power cell shipment, called trial by combat to cow the decks. Public lesson, he'd bragged. Scar the new human trainee. Send a message. She'd agreed. No choice with station security watching. Deputy Hesh Tovan stood at ring's edge, mandibles agape. His uniform gleamed under deck lights. She dropped him, bare hands. 2 seconds. Eerie Ven, the merchant clerk, hovered nearby. Her drone buzzed overhead, beaming the feed station wide. Views spiked on the overlay. Thousands tuning in from cargo bays to upper spires. Vrask stirred, coughed blood onto the deck. His broken wrist twitched. Mercy. Human. Mara crouched, offered her hand. He stared, then gripped. She hauled him up. His bulk towered over her 5-foot frame, but he swayed like a felled tree. Pay the vendor, she said. Voice calm, like logging a maintenance ticket. And stay out of my lane. He nodded, dazed, shuffled toward the barrier. Security drones parted for him. Hesh approached the ring edge. Scanned her with his visor. Cade. Dockhand trainee? That was efficient. Lethal force minimal. No fatalities. Standard procedure. Mara unwrapped the tape from her hands. Flexed her fingers. Humans don't start fights. We end them clean. Eerie rushed forward. Drone still rolling, lights blinking. You're a legend. The footage, it's flipping the decks. No more Vrask rackets. Views at 50K, Mara shrugged. Spotted the fallen power cell near the vendor's stall. Picked it up. Tossed it over the barrier. The vendor, a squat crag with trembling eye stalks, caught it. Debt cleared? Yes. Yes. Human. He bobbed all 4 stalks. Mara nodded. Slipped through the hollow gate. Whispers trailed her. She snapped him, like plasteel rod. Bare skin against blades. Vrask syndicate. Done. She ignored them, wove through the throng toward the dock lifts. Blood trickled down her arm. She'd patch it in the crew medkit. Shift resumed in 20. Hesh caught up. His boots clanged on the deck grate. Station command wants a debrief. That speed, your strength. Not in our profiles. Routine maintenance, she said. Stepped into the lift. Doors hissed. Humans train for it. Zero-G hauls, bulkhead breaches. You call it combat, we call it Tuesday. Lift doors closed. Hesh tapped his comm. Mara descended alone. Decks blurred past cargo stacks, flickering vents, alien crews staring at overlay screens replaying the feed. Her comm buzzed. Foreman Ruiz. Saw the show, kid. Good work. Double shift tomorrow? Logged in, she replied, bringing Medjo. Lift dinged. She stepped out into trainee bay. Grabbed a rag. Wiped more blood. Sat on her bunk. Unzipped her jumpsuit sleeve. Cuts shallow. Bruises forming on ribs where claws grazed. Overlay on the wall chimed. Erie's feed looped. Her twist, the snap, the dump. Comments flooded. Space Orcs confirmed. Enforcers hire humans now? Don't cross dock hands. Mara chuckled. Switched it off. Pulled on fresh tape. Humans kept low profiles on stations like Nexus. 7 did the work. Fixed the brakes. Ended threats quick. But word spread fast in vacuum. Whispers from market decks hit the spires. Vrask's crew scattered by dawn shift. Syndicate holes emptied. Next cycle, Hesh pinged her again. Liaison program. You in? We need, calibration. She laced her boots. Send specs. I'll review. Station shifted under human feet. Underestimate them? Survive to regret it. Deputy Hesh watched the Baycam feed. Mandibles clicked. Tapped command again. Human liaisons. Mandatory. Profiles update. Strength class Orc Prime. Speed unmatched. Train accordingly. Erie's drone feed hit 1 million views. Title, Security Drones Word into the Ring. Cuffs extending with metallic clicks. Mara stepped back, boots scraping blood-slick deck plates. Vrask groaned at her feet. His massive frame crumpled from the spine twist she'd delivered. The crowd beyond the barriers howled. Alien maws gaping, claws pounding rails. Nexus, 7's market decks never forgot a spectacle. Human Victor detained for processing. Deputy Hesh Tovan's voice boomed from overhead speakers. His scaled face flickered on ringside holos, mandibles twitching. Clear the area! Drones flanked her. One clamped a cuff midair. Mara twisted free, casual as shrugging a loose harness. She spotted Vrask's dropped blade, curved monofilament edge still humming faintly. 2 fingers pinched the hilt. She extended it toward the lead drone, hilt first. Evidence log, she said. Flat tone. No challenge. The drone hesitated. Sensors whirring. It snatched the blade. Hesh's hollow zoomed on her hand. Compact fingers, unbloodied, holding a weapon meant to gut bulk haulers. His eyes widened. Crowd surged harder. Barriers groaned. A carol vendor hurled a crate over the rail, produce exploding across the deck. Shouts mixed in 12 dialects. Orc blood. Enforcer down. Hesh slammed his podium. Full containment. Detain the human. Mara raised empty hands. Drones piled in. She let them cuff her, loose enough to slip if needed. They marched her through the ring gate. Crowd clawed inches away. Scents of sweat and spice thickened the air. One drone sparked under a throne bolt. Erie Van hovered at the barrier. Drone cam clutched tight. The merchant clerk's frills quivered. He jabbed his pad, replaying the kill shot on a vendor wall screen. Mara's dodge. Vrask's claw swipe, missing by a hair. Her counter snap dumping 200 kilos like trash. Erie tagged it live to station feed Dockhand versus Racketeer Humans Break Blades. Views spiked. Comments scrolled. She caught the swing. Vrask's crew done. Mara caught the glow from her cuff's overlay. Feed already at 10,000. She snorted. Foreman Ruiz would rag her for the exposure. Hesh met them at the ring's secure lift. His uniform strained over armored plates. Cade. Protocol requires hold until syndicate claims logged. Claims void, Mara said. Trial by combat, public record. He clicked mandibles. Crowds rioting.
Your efficiency escalated it.
Drones shoved her into the lift. Hesh followed, eyeing the shallow cuts on her arms. No medgel. Bruises blooming like routine welds. Humans heal fast. Fast enough. Lift hum downward, market clamor fading. Doors parted at corridor junction, neutral deck between market spires and docks. Lowlights. Perfect for off-books work. 5 of Vrask's crew blocked the way. Hulking Zathari, blades drawn, tattoos glowing syndicate ink. The biggest Vrask's Lieutenant Scar-Lipped Grun stepped forward. He killed the junction cams with a jammer pulse. Red lights blinked out. Rematch, Grun growled. Voice like grinding hull plate. Off record. Boss leaves. You walk. Mara tested the cuffs. Still loose. Security drones powered down behind her. Hesh's override for de-escalation. No backup pinged. Erie's feed wouldn't reach here. Station protocols blacked out private corridors. One Zeth snarled, claws flexing. Another circled left, blade humming. Hesh raised a pincer. Stand down. Verdict stance, Grun backhanded him into the wall. Hesh slumped, uniform sparking. Drones offline. Mara slipped the cuffs. Dropped them with a clank. No rematch. Walk away. Grun laughed, blades rising. Dock rat. Vrask underestimated. We won't. They charged. Mara exploded forward. First Zeth swung high, monofilament whistling. She dropped low, human speed blurring. Elbow drove into his knee. Crack. He buckled. She stole his blade mid-fall, reversed into a gut slash. He dropped gurgling. Second flanked right. Mara pivoted, used the fallen body as shield. Blade grazed her jumpsuit, fabric parting, no skin. She kicked his wrist. Blade flew, stomped his throat. Crunch! Grun roared, leaping over the pile. 2 more slashed from sides. Mara rolled under, came up inside Grun's guard. Human strength coiled. She gripped his belt, heaved. 250 kilos flipped overhead, slammed into the flankers. Blades shattered on deck. Grun scrambled up. Claws raked air. Mara sidestepped, drove taped knuckles into his jaw. Snap. He staggered. She hooked his leg, dumped him face first. Mounted. Elbows reined, precise, dock-trained. Nose cartilage pulped. He went limp. Last Zeth backed off, blade trembling. Orc prime. Run, Mara said. He bolted. Corridor echoed with his claws. Mara stood. Breathed steady. Cuts reopened on her ribs, blood warm. She wiped fists on her jumpsuit. Hesh groaned, stirring. Drones rebooted, cams flickering back online, too late. Erie's feet exploded station-wide. Vendor walls blared the junction hack. Grainy drone pickup from a vent. Mara versus 5. 10 seconds. Grun's crew scattered. Hesh clutched his head. Cade, that was maintenance, she said. Picked up a dropped blade. 2 fingers. Hilt to him, log it. He took it, mandible slack.
Overlay pinged. Liaison alert. Human profiles updating. Orc prime baseline.
Crowd feeds shifted. Dockhands guard their own. Syndicate hires orcs now. Whispers hit spires. Humans ended threats. Quick. Permanent. Mara laced fingers through cufflinks, casual. Lift dinged open to trainee bay. Her comm buzzed. Ruiz. Double shift. Station decks, Mara dropped her bag. It hit the market deck with a heavy thud, tools clattering inside. She squared up, feet planted wide on the scuffed grating. The crowd hushed. Vendors, shoppers, drone cams swiveling. Vrask Knoll loomed at the junction center, his racketeer bulk etched in neon glow. 4 of his crew flanked him, blades glinting, stun batons humming. Hesh! Mara called, eyes locked on the pack. Keep civilians back. Deputy Hesh Tovin froze mid-step, his liaison badge flickering under the vendor awnings. Cade, this is a public trial. Station code, move 'em, she cut in. Voice flat, like calling a forklift clear. Vrask's mandibles clicked laughter. Human whelp thinks dock work makes her enforcer. Pile her. Quick. His crew charged as one. 4 Zeth thugs, 2 meters of corded muscle and chitin, claws extended for the dog pile. First one lunged low, arms wide to scoop her legs. Second dove high, baton crackling. The pack closed the gap in 2 heartbeats, boots shaking the deck. Mara exhaled. Workplace safety drill. Step 1. Evade the pinch point. She burst forward. Not away, into them. Human speed blurred her frame. She drove her shoulder under the first grabber's armpit, compact power uncoiling. 200 kilos of alien slammed sideways. She gripped his belt, pivoted on taped toes. Momentum flipped him into the second thug midair. They crashed into the bulkhead together, chitin cracking like cheap plasteel. Baton sparked useless on the deck. The third thug barreled through the tangle, blade high. Mara ducked the swing, dock-trained reflexes, loading cranes at dawn. Her elbow snapped up, caught his wrist. Twist. Blade clattered free. She stripped his stun baton in the same motion, thumbed it live. Blue arc hissed. He roared, claws raking for her face. She jammed the baton into his thigh joint. Zap. Legs buckled. He dropped, twitching. Last thug hesitated, blade trembling 4 paces out. The pack tactic shattered. Crowd gasped. Multi-species murmurs rippling. She pierced the rush. Orc formation holds for none. Mara spun the baton once. Casual. Your move. He lunged solo. Sloppy arc. She sidestepped, hooked his elbow with her free arm. Locked it. Hyperextended. Dock wrestlers hold from shifting cargo pallets. Pain locked his jaw. Baton pressed his neck. Crawl, she said. To your friends. Now. He whimpered. Claws scraped deck as he dragged backward, blade abandoned, Mara released. He scrambled to the crumpled pair, hauling them toward Vrask. Vrask's optics widened, forearms flexing. No laugh now. His own blade half drawn. Crowd pressed closer, merchants clutching stalls, drones whirring. Eerie Venn, the skinny clerk from stall 17, fumbled his comm slate. Feed, live, recording. For records, he stammered, but his lens shook with awe. Hesh shoved through Gawker's mandibles agape. Cade, stand down. Trials witnessed. Mara flicked the baton off, tossed it at his feet. Log it. Syndicate lesson learned. Stepped forward, blade fully out, vibro edge humming. You dare mock rack control? This deck bends to me. His crew groaned, stirring slow. Tension spiked. Shouts from the edges. Rip her, humans cheat mass. A vendor hurled a crate, missed, sparked riots at the fringes. Drones blared warnings. Station alert pinged, containment breach imminent. Mara rolled shoulders. Blood from old cuts trickled warm under her jumpsuit. Ribs ached, but steady breath. Another drill. Boss thug variant. Your call, racketeer. Solo or call more meat? He charged. Towering / vibroblade whistling. Mara dropped low, speed her edge. Aliens packed power, humans packed burst. She weaved inside his guard, elbow to solar plexus. Air whooshed out. Blade grazed her sleeve, parted fabric. No skin. She gripped his lead arm, yanked down. Used his momentum. Human strength leveraged, not brute. 250 kilos flipped overhead like a loose pallet. Vrask slammed deck first, blade skittering. Mount. Elbows precise, jaw, nose, temple. Dock taps, enough to end shifts, not kill.
Cartilage pulped. He went limp.
Silence crashed, then roar. Crowd split, half cheering Orc Prime, half scattering as security drones swarmed. Hesh grabbed her arm. Cade, you're flipping protocols. Footage? Eerie slate beeped. Feed viral. Vendor walls hijacked. Mara versus Pack. 8 seconds to dismantle. Station nets lit. Dock hands sharing. Syndicates silencing. Whispers hit high spires. Humans end threats permanent. Ire orcs lose decks. Mara stood.
Wiped fists on jumpsuit.
Cuts reopened, but she ignored. Picked up Vrask's blade. Tested balance. 2 fingers. Hilt to Hesh. Evidence. Cleaned the junction. He took it, claws slack. That was normal for you? Maintenance, she said. Hesh's calm exploded. Liaison override. Human profile surged. Orc Prime baseline speed strength flagged. Riots fizzled. Crowds dispersed. Murmuring respect. I rebolted. Slate clutched. This flips the market. Syndicate's done.
Mara laced fingers through her cufflinks.
Casual stride to the lift. Ding. Trainee bay bound. Her comm buzzed. Ruiz foreman growl. Double shift, Cadet. Docks wait for no orc. She thumbed accept. Lift doors hissed shut. Station decks hummed alive below, power tilting human word. But one ping lingered. Syndicate contract offer. Anonymous. Deputy Hesh Toven stabbed the confirm glyph on his slate. Trial by combat invoked. Verdict, lawful defense. Racketeer claims nullified. His claws clicked against the deck plate. Security drones hummed overhead, corralling the dispersing crowd. Vrask Knoll groaned from the med stasis field, face a ruin of pulp and bone. Blood slicked the junction tiles, Hesh's vents whistled. Protocol demanded this log, but humans flipped every rule. Cotty's baseline flagged. His comm droned. Orc prime metrics, strength exceedance 240%. Speed anomaly. Hesh glanced at the vendor's stall. The old crag merchant wheezed under a trauma patch, ribs knit by autodocs. Marakade stood nearby, jumpsuit zipped, fists raw but steady. She nodded once. Compact frame, no bulk. Yet she dropped Vrask like cargo scrap. Eerie then shoved through the thinning mob, slate clutched like a shield. Deputy! Feeds live. Trade Council pinged. Emergency session. Hesh's ridges flared. Submitted. Full chain threat, challenge, resolution. Erie's eye stalks bobbed. She tapped furiously. Uploading. 8 seconds flat. Syndicates won't. A drone clamped Vrask's arms. Thug's blade secured an evidence lock. Hesh keyed restraints. Escort to brid deck. No bail. Vrask spat blood. She cheated. Human filth. Silence. Hesh loomed. Verdict stands. Your spectacle failed. Crowd edges murmured. Never anger orcs. The phrase rippled. Deck speakers hijacked by viral shares. Dock hands thumped chests. Merchants sealed stalls. Power conduits hummed louder, as if the station itself shifted. Hesh turned to Mara. Statement, Cade. Sign here. Self-defense. No escalation. She stepped forward. Took the slate. Thumbed glyph without reading. Vendor's bill. Cover it. His vents caught. Reward posted. 10,000 creds. Syndicate skim refund. No. She wiped a knuckle on her cuff. Bill only. Junction clear? Hesh logged the refusal. Protocols glitched. Humans declined spoils.
Weird.
She nodded. Stride already turning toward the lifts. Erie's slate chimed. Council accepts footage. Vote in 5. Racketeer purge on table. Hesh's comic exploded anew. Liaison to Van. Report to Nexus. Human intervention analysis. He waved drones forward. Vrask dragged away, crowd parting like plasma. Orcs end threats. Echoes chased the thug off deck. Hesh followed Erie to the security kiosk. Screens flickered. Replay looped. Mara dodged 3 blades. Counterslammed the 4th assailant. Vrask charged. Airborne flip. Mount. Strikes. Limp. 8 seconds. Normal maintenance, she'd called it. Council feed patched in. High Spire's elders hunched over hollows. Witness Van. Authenticate. Verified, Erie said. Public trial. Human victor. Elder Vorsak's frills quivered. Metrics confirm. Orc Prime baseline. Syndicates leveraged 30% market. Removal vote. Glyphs lit. Eyes cascaded. Purge approved. All racketeers detained. Hesh's claws tightened. Stationettes surged. Dock contracts rerouted. Human ward. Syndicate channels silenced. Whispers hit every deck. Hire orcs. Lose nothing. Mars lift pinged distant. Casual. Unfazed. But one alert blinked. Anonymous contract decayed. Syndicate remnant? Our opportunity? Council elder locked eyes through the feed. Tovin. Promote the human. Station survives on her kind now. Hesh saluted. Power tilted. 1 vote sealed it. His slate buzzed. Ruiz's voice. Cade's doubling shifts. Send more like her. Hesh exhaled. Humans humble. Aliens learn fast. Or died trying.